Guilford never had to leave the comforts of home during its postseason run as the Quakers opened up the tournament with a resounding 83-59 win over Christopher Newport. Things got much tighter in round two, but Guilford slipped past John Carroll 85-82. Then on the sectional weekend, the Quakers topped Worcester 75-68 before beating their conference rivals by 10. Guilford battles Williams College in the first national semifinal. The Final Four opened on Friday night with a former champ and the only team able to make it back to Salem from a year ago, as Williams hooked up with Guilford in the first national semifinal. The Quakers tried to assert themselves in the paint in the first half as Tyler Sanborn made himself right at home against the Eafs on the low block. But Blake Schultz and his running mates were able to counter that muscle and build a working margin as they led by 9 points with just 6 minutes left in the opening half. But that lead would quickly disappear thanks to 11 first-half Williams turnovers and the heady play of seniors Rhett Bonner and Clay Henson. Their efforts, coupled with Sanborn's inside play and 14 points from the productive Guilford bench, turned that 9-point deficit into an 8-point halftime lead. Guilford's amazing turnaround put the Quakers on top 43-35 at the half.
You know, the last 8 or so minutes of the half, I thought we played with a lot of energy. You know, we got on a roll there. We were making baskets. We were stopping them. You know, they were missing. We got to the glass, and that's kind of our game. So we had the blueprint there for the end of the end of that first half.
I told them the difference at halftime was that we had 11 turnovers. We were trying to do too much and went away from what we're good at. And that was the difference in the first half. That's why they went on their run and got some separation.
Sanborn's personal block party helped the Quakers push that lead to 11 early in the second half. But Troy Whittington countered him inside and opened things up for his teammates on the perimeter. Williams went on a 23-11 run in an 8-minute span to regain the lead with some unconscious outside shooting. Schultz, James Wang, and Alex Rubin led a Williams jump shot clinic that would see the Eafs singe the Nets by hitting 70% of their shots in the second half, not to mention 71% of their attempts from three-point land.
I think we play very well as a team. We're very unselfish, and I think we got a lot of guys on this team that can shoot the ball, obviously, and I think Coach gives us the green light, and if we're open, we're going to shoot it. And it goes in most of the time.
They made a lot of tough shots. You know, Schultz made a lot of tough shots with Clay hanging on him, and we could get there and maybe get a 1-point lead or get it back even, but they'd always come down and make another tough shot. 16 for 28 from 3. That's awfully good.
We just met a team that was a really good team and a team that was on fire. And you know, they say coaches always say the way to beat Guilford College is you got to shoot well from the three-point line, and they did that.
We went small the entire second half. From the 18-minute mark on, we went small, and we didn't do it in the first half, and that's our best lineup.
They're down there shooting contested three-pointers. You know, Clay's got a hand in my man's face. Can't even see the basket. He's making threes. I mean, we're pressuring the ball, and they're skipping, hitting shots all over the place. That's tough. They deserved it tonight.
I mean, they were just knocking down really tough shots, and I mean, you had to give it to them. I mean, they had hands in their faces. We were covering their screens, and they were just stepping up and knocking down big shots. And I mean, that's what you got to do to be a champion. And you know, they stepped up today and they played very well.
Guilford was still down just 2 points at the 2-minute mark, but the Quakers would get no closer as Williams hit 8 straight free throws in the final 42 seconds to complement their blistering marksmanship from the field. The Eafs end Guilford's season with a 97-88 semifinal win in a game that featured 10 lead changes and 9 ties.
It's the first time, you know, I've ever really thought, you know, this is my last game no matter what. And it's kind of crazy when you think about it, but we have a great senior class. We got 7 guys who, you know, everyone's made a huge contribution to the team in terms of leadership, work ethic. I mean, these guys have been doing it all year long, and everyone's made a huge impact, and we're all real excited for tomorrow. just playing for one another, and just really looking forward to having a good time tomorrow.
You know, we feel good about what we did. They feel bad right now. I understand why they feel bad. I mean, they played their last college basketball game. I mean, they feel bad because we lost, sure, and that we don't have a chance to win a national championship. But knowing these three guys, they feel worse because they don't get to play for Guilford College anymore. And that's what hurts them. That's what hurts me the most, because we played our hearts out. And I thought we played well. They played better. And so it happened to us 2 years in a row. Okay, when you get to the last four, there's four really good teams, and not many teams get to win a national championship, and we're not gonna this time, but we don't think any less of the program or anything because of that. We gave it our best shot. We tried as hard as we could. We prepared well. These guys played really well, and we came up short. And we're still pleased with what we did.
When, you know, great players get on a roll and they're in the zone, you can't stop them, you know, and that's what they did today.
I think the main thing is Coach has stressed to all of us to enjoy the journey since day one, and I think all the seniors and everyone on the team has done that, and I think it's really special that we get to play in this game tomorrow, and I think we're all very excited.